Hello, fellow hobbyists. This is probably going to be the first of many longer tutorials. Today we're going to cover how to start a briquette fire, or a charcoal fire, without using lighter fluid. Now, for those of you who use lighter fluid, I'm not telling you to change your ways if you don't want to. I just don't really enjoy the flavor of petroleum. It's a little on the strong side. When I'm trying to smoke something, it takes a long time for that fuel taste to get out. So today we're going to start really basic. In there I've got some thin shards of wood, little rolls of cardboard, and I'm just about to build a small real fire inside of my mini fire pit. Now, I only use this thing for smoking or when it's raining out. If I'm ever doing more than just myself, I'll throw it in the barbecue. I'll add a smoke pack to that. That's just fine. If I've got lots of people over, I want to be fancy. I'll make a really nice fire in the fire pit and use the embers from that. If you have a fire going and you want to have a little cookout, but want it more contained, just pick up some embers with a metal shovel. It has to be a metal shovel. Please don't do this with plastic. Throw it right in there. Put your grill back on. And Bob's your uncle, you're good to go. So right now I've just got the base layer. I've left some room at the bottom. The grill's in there to make everything, just a couple of centimeters off of the bottom. And I'm just going to add some small sticks. I'm going to try and keep it in, a fairly pyramid shape, because we actually want to build a whole fire here. Not a big one, not a big fire, just a small fire. A containable fire. So start small, start with easy burning, and slowly make your way up, all the way. Right? So there we go. So I'm going to get this started, and we'll get back to it once this fire is at a good state. Ready? Go. Just using a little piece of scrap cardboard to get this all started. Gives me a little bit of room. I can maneuver a little bit. I like to light it on at least 3 sides, more if I can. You really have to build a fairly nice fire. Doesn't have to be big, but it does have to be a nice fire. So this will take a couple of minutes. Okay, now that your fire's caught on a little, feel free to add more, small pieces of wood and sticks and stuff to get her going. It should be able to sustain itself for at least a couple of minutes. Now, I don't add many briquettes because I don't usually cook over high heat, but feel free to use quite a bit if you want. I prefer just to use about a handful's worth. I'll just throw those briquettes right on top of wherever the fire is the strongest, and that will light the briquettes enough that I can cook or smoke over top of it, no problem. Now, you do need a fairly sustainable fire, so make sure you have a fair amount of wood stuff in there. Feel free to add more on top and keep it going. If you're really having trouble getting it started, you can always use just a giant pile of cardboard. Works like a charm, should get things off nice and if you really can't get it started, just use a whole bunch of cardboard on top, and that should stoke the flames just long enough to get everything nice and well started. Don't be afraid to get in there and stir it around a little bit to make sure that everything is well started. It's starting to gray or ash. Also, keep water nearby so that if something happens, you can put out your fire quickly. Once your briquettes are nice and lit and most of your wood is gone, it's time to throw on the grill, add your meat, and get grilling. This is the Hobby Guy. If you've liked this video or are interested in learning more, please like and subscribe. If you have any comments or questions about this process, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much, guys. Have a gooder.